the Rick and Bubba fans were met with much resistance this past weekend as ESPN Game Day was at the Auburn-Clemson game. That involves 2 Rick and Bubba markets, and a lot of fans came out with Rick and Bubba signs trying to win the Rick and Bubba Challenge, only to meet an aggressive security team that removed any sign that had Rick and Bubba on it. But just when you thought you'd heard as vicious as it can get, this next email.
Rick, I'd like to nominate the folks who were taking up signs that they go protect the border.
That would be good.
Because they did a great job.
Illegal aliens coming in the border, can't stop it. Rick and Bubba signs at Game Day, got it.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of resources there. Rick, this email will break your heart. She says, "Hi, I was so excited to take my Rick and Bubba sign to Game Day and try to get on TV. Literally 3 minutes after we arrived to the set, an ESPN man came over and asked for my sign. Honestly, I thought he was going to get it and take a close-up shot of it on TV because it was so glittery and awesome.
All right, just breaks your heart.
He didn't say anything to me when he took it, and I soon found out that he broke it over his knee and put it in a dumpster."
Oh, no.
She's saying, "What?" in all capitals. Livid, that is what I was. I immediately gathered our group of 15-plus people, and we left Game Day. Rude. We went back to our tailgate and boycotted Game Day the rest of the day. Anyway, I wanted to submit a picture of it anyway. Luckily, I took a picture of the sign by itself, and I have one of me walking to Game Day with it. And I will add, she was very happy and excited in this picture. She was smiling. Lori Borders.
Broke it over her head.
Yeah. Lori Borders. And it's a great sign. It says, Rick and Bubba love Auburn. And then she's got one with some of her friends, something on it too. Some kind of inside thing they do. So anyway, she's walking, and she's so happy. You ought to see the expression on her face, just excited.
Right. We got a shot of it.
Look right there. See how happy she is?
Look at her excitement.
Look at her smile right here.
Even
look
has a picture.
Smile.
Even has a picture of you and I on there.
I know.
Now she's smiling.
This is right before it's ripped from her hands.
Don't you wish his arm was in the picture, reaching for it?
I wish I could see him breaking it over his knee.
Yeah.
Because.
I thought he broke it over her head.
No.
Oh, well, that wasn't as bad.
Look, you can tell me not to have my sign. You don't need to be grabbing stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
That's brutal.
Now.
Look, you can tell me to go back and not be there and put the sign up now. Don't be grabbing at it.
Yeah, don't lay your hands on my sign now.
Don't pull it out of my hand.
Come on now.
Ain't no need to be grabbing it and breaking it now.
Somebody's going to get hurt.
Right. No need for that. We can all handle this in a gentle way.
Popsicle.
Right. You don't want me to have a sign, I'll get out of here. Don't be grabbing it. Just a minute ago, I felt you graze me. You almost put your hands on.
Oh, my goodness. You reached for me for a second.
Right. For a minute, I thought you was going to put your hands on me. And I'm behaving now. Now, if I'm misbehaving, absolutely. But if I'm behaving, there's no need to be putting your hands on me. There's just not any need for that. So, all right, I've had enough. We're calling ESPN. I mean, this has been our whole morning.
Now, is there headquarters at Area 51 or what? I thought it was in Connecticut all this time.
All right, then we'll call.
Hey. Please enter your account code.
Now, what's my account code?
3-2.
This is ESPN.
Hello?
Who's speaking?
This is ESPN.
Is this Coach Holtz?
This is Lou Holtz. This is ESPN. Who am I speaking with? Well, how can I transfer your call?
Hey,
wait, Coach, what?
It's Rick and Bubba. You're live on the air.
Right, Coach. What are you doing answering the phone?
Is this Rick and Bubba? Sorry, I didn't hear you there. Was just sitting there, just preparing for my next segment. We're sitting there at my desk. I just answered the phone call. What's going on in church? I just started my life.
Coach Lou, we've enjoyed having you on the show this year, but for some reason, ESPN had all the Rick and Bubba signs at Game Day snatched and confiscated this past Saturday.
It's just a shame, but it's something that we actually had some meetings this past week, and it's just something we had to do. Rick and Bubba, I wish I could share it with you, but I just can't right now. If you really want to know the reason, it has to do with an old bachelor who was on the show who incidentally coached for Florida. he was crying after the Rick and Bubba show was make fun of him for his commentary and all the games. I talked about the kicker, that mispronounced the kicker's name, Wes Bauer.
I don't even really know how to respond to that.
I don't know what he said.
Are you saying
Coach,
Jesse Palmer's behind this? Is that what you're saying?
Well, here's the deal. When he had this segment about, Irish commentary wasn't up snuff as well, that's what people should, but he just got furious, and he just came to me and said, "What this is about," and basically what we had to decide is this. We can't put any signs back there that promote the two sexiest fat men alive because they're going to run us out of business.
But we love you.
Yeah, but Coach, we're trying to get a crowd out.
Yeah,
We're trying to support the game day activities. I mean, we've been looked at as we're working against ESPN, and we're for ESPN.
Yes, as am I. But you know what? There's just a bunch of executives out there who just worried about making fun of one of my commentators and his feelings getting hurt. And, the truth of the matter is I've heard that Jesse Palmer went and cried for 3 days in his room. And, we just don't want to hurt his feelings anymore. And that's what this is all about, Rick Bubble.
Okay, yeah, because there was a sign last week that said something about Jesse Palmer, and it upset him so much that ESPN's taking away our signs.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Now,
I tell you, Rick and Bubba, if it were up to me, you guys would be on the set with me. Then we'd be called the Rick and Bubba and Lou Game Day Show.
Now, Coach, where is game day going to be this week? Is it Boise State?
It's going to be Boise State. I'm just looking forward to being up there to smoke turf and just talking about football and talk football with Rick and Bubba this Friday.
Well,
very well put.
Well said.
Yes.
We're looking forward to having you here on the. How did we do in our picks, or should we wait till Friday? Do we want to get into that? I can't even remember.
Honestly, I haven't even looked at the picks this week. We'll have to wait till Friday, but I'll go out and we'll make sure that I got them written down on the record. Just make sure that we're ready Friday to talk about no damn funny hours.
Okay. Well,
Coach, you said a lot there.
You sure did.
We didn't get much of it, but it was a lot.
Well, I thought about you when Michigan State faked that field goal.
I know. How about that?
That's all I could think about.
How did you feel? How'd that feel to be an old Notre Dame guy?
Let's just put it this way. That coach from Michigan State was not the only person to have a heart attack on Saturday night.
Well, look, there was even some hints it may be the curse of the Irish. I mean, anything to that?
Well, let's just put it this way. I said a little prayer after that game. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. All right, I understand, Coach. All right, well, buddy, thanks for helping us all you could. We look forward to seeing you on Friday.
Rick and Bubba, if I can do anything for you guys in the meantime, you just let me know because I'm just so excited about being Rick and Bubba show. It's just one of my favorite things. I tell you what, you guys are indeed, like I always say, the two sexiest fat men alive. Now I got to get back to work here. Somebody else is ringing in on the other line.
Thank you, buddy. There he goes.
Why is Coach Lou working the front desk?
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, was that a number straight to his office or something?
I think it might have been, Rick.
Seems odd, frankly.
I didn't.
Who do we want?
I didn't completely understand what.
Do
his
we want the
answer
coordinating
was to
producer? Who do we want? The senior director?
I think Lou summed it up.
I mean, we're going to be able to beat Lou Holtz?
No, I just didn't know. I don't know.
I didn't know it was a Jesse Palmer thing. That's one thing I never thought about.
I didn't make that connection. Right. You just never know with these things.
I do want to ask this question. I saw some emails this weekend, a couple of them trickling in. It wasn't a lot. Who covered the Alabama-Duke game?
Oh, my gracious.
Who was the announcer?
The emailers were saying
it was a female.
That it was a female.
It was a female.
And she was a disaster. I mean, I had Alabama fans saying she referred to the defensive line as the defensive tacklers. Is that true?
I had Alabama fans at my house watching the game, and they could not watch it anymore.
Right, and they said one time she referred to Julio Jones as Julio Jones.
Yeah,
several times.
No,
several times.
Several times.
Several times.
That she was calling him Julio Jones and called the defensive line the defensive tacklers.
That's your kid.
She was awful.
See,
awful.
Look, I don't mind you being a woman if you want to call
but
a
just
man's
do a
game,
good job.
at least know it.
Do a good job. I mean, shouldn't you be out calling some woman sports?
Hey.
She should be calling a women's sport. And if there is a women's football league, she can go call that. Let me tell you something, Speedy. You mean to tell me we tolerate any man who called Julio Jones during the broadcast of an Alabama game, and we would tolerate a man who referred to the defensive line as the defensive tacklers? You mean we would tolerate that in a man? You think that
called
man
the head coach Rick Saban?
Yeah, you think that would be
Rick Saban. I heard she called him Rick Saban.
Yeah.
No.
Would
I
you
made
think
that
we
up.
would let a man be on an ESPN crew that was that inept? Honestly.
Gary McElroy, quarterback. I get the reason I said Gary. I get that a lot. People ask me my name, and I say Greg, and they go, "Okay, Gary." I don't know what that is. I've got that a million times.
You ought to be Gary McElroy and hear what he gets.
So, or do you think that she was doing the
never
game
said that.
because she was a woman? Because she was a great sports announcer, or because she was a woman?
Because she
What's she look like? Because I mean, I am not trying to be shallow, but I'm just saying a lot of times they'll go that way. Well, if she was doing, she didn't do it.
Well, you know, I hate I missed that.
Yeah,
because
she was doing play-by-play.
I was listening to Eli watching it, so I
That don't
missed all
sound
that.
right. anyway.
She did. That's what. Look,
She
I don't
was
mind.
doing play. I don't
My
care if she got all the names right. That don't
stance,
sound right.
My stance is, look,
What'd
you,
he say?
you want to get on the field, or
What'd he
what
say?
is it?
I'm
Nothing.
laughing at you.
Nothing.
I'm like,
What he
he,
say? Eli go reference.
he threw something through her like a frisbee, and I'm on one to call it. I'm on one to call it.
Dang, I missed it.
Look, you
I'm
want to
playing
get
it
on the
back.
sideline, that's fine.
Right.
But my gracious, don't be up there in the
look,
trenches.
They calling trouble in the dressing room. They're, we had the Portis guy from Washington doing some big apology. I thought he said something really offensive. When I heard what he said, I'm like, why is he apologizing?
Is it Beth Mowens?
I don't know.
Mowens?
I
Mowens?
didn't hear it. I was not there. Alabama fans were.
It was
were-
horrific.
Well, could somebody in the break go, it's Julio, not Julio?
Hey, Greg, you ought to get that at the meetings going up to the.